Hello, I'm the Resolute Cartographer, and this is the 5th video in my Fallout 76 Wastelanders Main Quest series. And in this case, we're going to be finishing up Strange Bedfellows. We're just here outside of this radio tower here. Radio tower HNB-112, where we finished up yesterday with summoning Meg and her raiders to the mezzanine at the top of the world. Now, hopefully we're going to be able to get up there and talk to her. So let's fast travel back to the top of the world and clear out the mezzanine of the hostiles that are in there right now. Here we are at the top of the world again. Beautiful day out here in the Savage Divide. Now, remember, the reason that we're meeting here with Meg is because the Overseer wants to make sure that both the Raiders and the Settlers get access to the Scorched inoculation. Because if they don't, we're just going to have a repeat of what happened last time. Not so much of a threat because the Scorched Beast Queen is now dead, but at the same time we don't want the entire populations of the Crater and Foundation turning into the Scorched. So let's head up to the mezzanine. This place is typically filled with Scorched. Alright, I think that did that. So now we just have to wait for Meg. Should be riding up the elevator any moment here. Now I'm going to recommend that you have whatever stat boosting chems on you that you need. Intelligence and charisma being the most important ones in this case. But let's chat with Meg here.
What the hell is this? Where's Thorpe?
Sorry to mislead you. I wanted to talk, and this was the only way.
Wait, you mean to tell me David ain't even here?
You came to talk, right? You can talk to me.
Bullshit. I'm only here for David. If that bastard survived, I want to see him. Now where is he?
David's not here. I had Rose send the message.
You got that old diaper pail on your side? So who the hell are you? Don't tell me you're one of those worthless settlers.
And what if I was?
If you are, well then, this conversation's over. Because you're trespassing, and we don't take kindly to criminals.
I'm from Vault 76.
Holy shit, a vault dweller! Even better. You come scurrying out of your little cubbyhole and you think you can start making demands? Think again.
If it weren't for Vault 76, you'd have no Appalachia to come back to.
Excuse me? Boy, you got some fire in you, I'll give you that. And maybe we might owe you that. So, 7-6. What's this all about?
I have David's trophy.
David's trophy, huh? Wow, you must be dead. Or turn tail if you've managed to get your hands on it. Huh. I take it this means you recognize me as leader around here. Smart. Looks like you've got yourself a brain after all. Seeing as how I'm feeling generous, I'll spare you a minute to tell me what you want before I get back to retaking Appalachia.
What do you mean retaking? You left this place behind.
We left to survive. And if you hadn't noticed, it was the right choice. You can't just claim everything for yourselves just because we stepped out.
Appalachia belongs to all of us.
Yeah. Margie was into all that live and let live talk. Hate to break it to you, she ain't in charge now. I am.
The only thing that matters right now is the Scorched Plague.
You don't get to talk to me about that. We lost everything to that disease while you were all sitting pretty underground.
All you did was kill and loot. Anything you lost, you deserved.
They teach you how to look down on people in those vault classes? While you were stuffing your face with years worth of supplies? Only one thing keeps you alive out here, 7-6. Take or get taken.
You're lying to yourself, trying to justify all the blood on your hands.
Think I'm gonna take a guilt trip about killing? Oh, Daddy-o. You really have been in the dark, haven't you? Yeah, I kill people. You know what? I sleep like a baby afterwards. Because that means less assholes to worry about. Death is the ultimate end of an argument. You better get wise to that.
We're all dead if you don't get your people inoculated against the Scorched.
Inoculation? That's just some bullshit the responders made up to sucker the weak out of their supplies. Didn't fall for it then. Sure as shit ain't falling for it now.
It's made from synthetic antibodies from species that display resilience. I tested its efficacy myself.
Efficacy, huh? Maybe you do know what you're talking about, but I don't know. I got my own straight-line solution. Kill 'em all. Got a raid against a group of Scorched going down right now. Why don't you head on over, see a real plan in action?
You don't understand how infection works. The crew you sent could be dead already.
What are you talking about?
Think about it. Fighting leads to injuries, open wounds, sites for bacteria and viruses to enter the body.
Yeah, so we might lose a couple people. So what? We got numbers.
And see, right here we've got two options, and right now I don't have intelligence 12 plus, so here's what we can do though. This is the nice thing about 76, and really 4 at the same time. Leave the conversation.
You gotta be kidding me.
Go into my inventory here, chat down on some mentats, and reopen the conversation.
So, now that you recognize me as leader, you got 1 minute to tell me what you want before I get back to retaking Appalachia.
I'll just get through this real quick and bring you back when we're to the pertinent question.
Got a raid against... Why don't you head on... What are you... Oh, I'll take that bet. Head out to their location and find... I ain't got no respect for someone who can't finish what they started. Pretty sure you got somewhere to be. Maybe you should get a move on.
And I accidentally selected the wrong option, so I'm gonna grab a different character and I'll put that footage in right here.
Yeah, so we might lose a couple people. So what? We got numbers.
That's what you thought last time, wasn't it? And in the end, the Scorched Plague won. You had to abandon Appalachia.
Man. Shit, you're right. Just repeating the same mistakes. Okay, forget the raid. I'll get someone to call them home. You just work on that inoculation. Don't make me regret this, 7-6.
Told those scavengers to hand it over.
It's gonna be a while before I get that image out of my head.
This is one of the unfortunate things about the game being always online, is you can't just go back to a previous save and fix your mistake. So we're just going to have to go on. We're going to head up here to Aldridge, which the closest location we have is Granager Farm. Alright, so it looks like there's a fight between floaters and raiders, maybe? Alright, no reason to engage with those things. Let's head over to Aldridge. With Radstag, the only thing you need to worry about is erratic Radstag. They will fight you even if the rest of them won't. Oh, there's another one. They're the ones with the teeth. There we go. These other two will not be any issue. And on the plus side, you get Radstag meat, which I'll cook up real quick. Alright. Just a quick thing to point out, given that we're right here anyway. For those of you who haven't watched my Unmarked Quest series, this is the location of a small safe with the alien blaster in it, and a rusted key that goes to Freddy Fear's House of Scares. But if you want to watch that series, it's, well, it's not really a series, it's a single video in that case, but it's one of the videos in a series about the vaults located over here at the Black Mountain Ordnance Works. So again, you can watch those videos. I'll link that at the end of the video. Alright, so it looks like you got a dead Scorched Beast. Another one over there. No sign of any raiders yet. There are some Scorched, though. So it looks like Meg's little expeditionary force did not work all that well. Exactly as we predicted, and exactly as history already played out before they fled Appalachia in the first place. There's another one around here somewhere. I feel like I can hear it. Where are they?
It is us.
There they are. Okay. So it's directing us into this trailer, and we have a dead raider out here. Let's just take a quick look around the surroundings here. We got a toxic waste dump here, it looks like. Another dead raider. It's a pretty hefty radiation coming out of there. Another dead raider. Okay, so why don't we just head right into that trailer. And we got a dead Brahmin there. Interesting. Okay. Gonna turn the flashlight on, and we have Aldridge here.
Who the hell are you?
Meg sent me here to check on you.
Well, ain't I flattered. Sure she ain't gonna be too happy to see those Scorched rode over us like nothing. With my luck, I'm just gonna end up like one of them things.
It doesn't have to be that way. There are solutions.
Solutions? Best news I heard all day. You got some cure or something? Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need it.
So unfortunately, when we say it doesn't have to be that way, there are solutions, it means that we're gonna have to kill him. Or that he's gonna have to kill himself. Because the truth of the matter is that the Scorched inoculation, it's preventative. It's not a cure. And death is the only way now for him to prevent himself from becoming a Scorched. So we're gonna say, only death can prevent you from becoming a Scorched.
You wanna kill me? Hey, I don't think I'm quite ready for drastic measures here. There's no guarantee I'll be one of them. Please, look, I'm begging you. Just say you never saw me. No one has to know, and you'll never see me again.
Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to get up to 8+ on charisma. And along with that, I mean, all this is going to end up doing is have him kill himself. So we can help him here. You won't survive. I'll make it quick and painless.
Quick and painless, huh? You expect me to be thankful for that? No. You gotta let me live. Wounds like these, and I ain't going anywhere. Just let me die here. And if I turn Scorched, I ain't getting out of here anyway.
It's a slow, painful process. You don't want that.
Jesus, man, I can't barely handle what I'm dealing with now. Fine. Just do it. Just want it to end.
That was fairly graphic. But it is true, the scorching process is a slow and painful one. If you're interested in that, I recorded a series on Enola Walker. She's the... again, I keep calling things series. It's a video, but it's within a series on Watoga and the Cranberry Bog. I'll link that at the end of this, but it talks about the process by which you become Scorched. What is... Okay, that was a little glitch. Okay, let's go speak with Meg at the crater. Okay, here we are at the crater. This is the former space station Valiant, as you can see up there. This thing crashed down shortly after the end of the war. If you're interested in what this location looked like before, you can check out my surveil video, but I've already reached my limit on the number of things I'm going to be able to link to. Axel?
Trying to earn your keep? Yeah, you better.
What is this place?
Crater is what you outsiders like to call raider territory. You want to be welcome here? You earn it.
How'd you build this place?
I ain't got a clue. Fisher and his crew put this place together. The only hard labor I do is raiding settlers.
How long have you been here?
Long enough to know we got a bunch of people trying to take what's ours. Settlers, blood eagles, even some damn cultists. We may not all have been here back in the day, but Meg sure was. So we're just back to collect.
I have more questions.
If answering your damn questions means you'll leave me alone, let's hear them.
Who are you?
My name's Axel. I've been with this crew long enough to know they don't trust anyone and can't pull their own weight around here.
Who's in charge here?
That'd be Meg. If you don't know that by now, maybe you ought to reconsider what you're doing here.
Goodbye.
That's right, keep moving.
So, the raiders here at Crater are something a little bit interesting, in that they are descended from the diehards, it seems. And the diehards were the least hostile of the raider clans that were actually
You must be
engaged
that
in.
rookie Meg's talking about. Gonna save us all? Not by the look of it.
They were the only ones of the raider clans that were still engaged in raiding that actually seemed to attempt to not raid. They hoped that their enemies would simply hand over the goods without violence being necessary. Unfortunately, that did not end up being the case.
Supposed to kill. Better watch yourself, pal.
So let's head in here and talk to Meg. Mainly what I'm trying to say is that of the raider groups, it's a good thing that the diehards are the ones that survived rather than the gourmands who are cannibals. Alright, so we've got this main room here. Got a power armor chassis workstation there. There's Caleb Fisher. He just said Fisher was involved with building this place, so we can talk to Caleb here.
Is it daytime out there? You can lose track of time down here. Nice to meet you and all that. See? Some of us have manners. Meg's old diehard, though. Don't expect any peace and cures from them. But it takes all sorts.
Who were the diehards?
Just some old gang around these parts. I hear they were lost to the Scorched Plague. Only the fans who followed Meg made it out alive. She had the sense to leave before the worst of it. So she gets a lot of respect from her people.
What do you think of Meg?
It's a tough world out there, and you need someone tough to see you through it. Meg's alright, I guess. I was with Lev's crew before we joined her. Meg gets all the credit. But the whole place would fall apart if not for Lev, Lou, and certain others.
What do you do around here?
What don't I do? As all the layabouts and campings do their thing, seems like it's up to me to fix everything. Not that I'm complaining, but it gets old sometimes, you know?
Another time?
Sure. Whatever you say.
Now, I'm not terribly great with accents, but
So much work to do. And do I get any thanks? Well, I do. But I could use more.
from his beard and his accent, I'm almost kind of wondering if he's left over from the Pennsylvania Dutch. Maybe some Amish folks joined up with the Raiders. We got
Sucks. We're better off up north.
a Raider here who came down from the north, which again is Pennsylvania. Gentleman Johnny Weston.
Nice to have a conversation with one of you. A lot of your people would like nothing better than to wipe us out. Or at least try to. But that would be tough. Just ask Foundation.
That's quite a get-up you're wearing.
You like? Finding a tuxedo isn't all that hard these days. A million empty stores around. But keeping it freshly laundered. Now that's my trade secret.
What do you think of us Vault Dwellers?
Maybe a touch of envy. Sounds like you had some sweet digs, while the rest of us, not so much. The other thing is impressed. Considering how different you all are, it's a wonder the Overseer kept you all alive.
Why don't you guys take out Foundation?
Where's the percentage in it? Say we attack, guns blazing. Best case is we win. And after that, what then? Who do we shake down for caps and food? And I, for one, am not cut out to be a farmer.
What do you think of the settlers?
I think they're fighting against a basic truth. The world's ended. Civilization, laws, and all that government propaganda is more dead now than it was before the war. The sooner they learn that, the better.
See you later.
Anytime.
He's one of the more intelligent raiders that I've come across, in that he realizes that their group survives off of the production of the settlers. There's Meg, but let's take a look around here to see who else we can talk to. Got a Mothman up there. That's kind of creepy. Come around this way.
Not sure what Axel sees in Barb. Probably just an emergency scapegoat.
So yeah, just another general raider there. We've got a gold pressing machine, but we'll get to that eventually. Coming down here, we have Rara.
Grown-ups are okay, but I wish there were more kids around.
Don't you play with Gale?
Yeah, we play lots of games, but she's not always good at the games. Maybe because she's so big? Sometimes I hide and she tries to find me, but she never can and I just get bored and come out. It would be more fun if there was another kid like me.
Any brothers or sisters you could play with?
Nope, it's just me. I'm an only child. Meg said she thinks I'm real tough and I must have raised myself, at least until Gale found me. She said the only family I ever need is all the people at the crater, so they're like my brothers and sisters.
One day you'll be a grown-up too, kid.
Yep. Ren said in just a couple of years I'll be a big bad raider just like her. But Axel said I shouldn't grow up too fast. But I don't care what he says. Boys are dumb sometimes. I want to grow up and be big and strong, just like Meg and Gale.
See you around, kid.
Yeah, if you don't get killed first.
Now Gale is this person right back here.
So many humans around. Makes head hurt. You no hurt Rara ever.
Okay. Now, I'm fairly certain that Gale once lived in Huntersville, which is right down there. At the very least, there is a terminal in that town that was owned by someone named Gale Myers.
That much gold.
Or Gale Meyer. I can never remember if it's Meyer or Myers. Before we talk to Meg, let's take a look downstairs. Oh. Well, that worked out. Okay, let's see here. We got Barb.
So what did my screw-up brother Creed do now?
How'd you end up here?
I came with Creed. We heard you could make your own fortune here, and they didn't care where you came from.
Can you trust any of these people?
Yeah, they'll gut you like a fish and strip your corpse for caps, but I don't know, at least they're upfront about it. Those Foundation settlers will gossip and lie about you behind your back. Before you know it, you'll have no friends. Here, if I prove myself, they won't judge me.
Creed is your brother?
Yeah, we've got each other's back. Of course, I'm pulling his fat out of the fire most of the time. He tries, but I'm not so sure he's tough enough to survive here on his own.
See you later.
Not if I see you first.
Definitely a different ending to the communication there
This
from
place sucks.
talking to
We're better
Ra-Ra,
off up north.
who said, yeah, and lets you die before I see you. Okay, let's see. We got a passage off down here. Nobody down here, but we do have a chemistry station. I'm not sure why my health suddenly dove so far down while I was in the middle of talking to Ra-Ra. That's interesting. Huh. Wonder what that's all about. Oh well. Got a Raider Punk there. Okay, and Surge.
Look who we have here.
What's your name?
Well, they call me Surge, as in surgeon. But I'm no doctor. I can put a round in a mole rat's buck teeth at 1,000 meters, though.
You look pretty comfortable with that rifle.
My dad had me shooting as soon as I could hold a pistol straight. He's gone now. Killed 3 Yaguar with a pistol once. But he couldn't stop his own ticker from quitting on him.
How did you end up here?
After my dad died, I walked the Appalachian Trail. Figured why not? Spotted Lev in a firefight with some super mutants through my scope. Thought to myself, now that's a man I need to know better.
So long.
Have a great day. I will.
Alright. Let's see if there's anybody else before we go talk to Meg.
You following me, pal?
I am not.
Hey, no sudden movements. I'm watching you.
Photography of this area is prohibited. And we have Lev.
Unless you're here to pay me, fuck off.
You look like a man who gets what he wants.
Always. Anyone that gets in my way, well, that doesn't happen twice.
How did you end up here?
From Russia before the war. But I like it here. Americans are so soft. Such easy prey.
Do you hate the settlers and Foundation?
Why bother? So long as they stay out of our way, we'll let them live. At least until we're ready to take what they have.
Goodbye.
До свидания.
So yeah, we have a Russian raider. We have, again, what I'm assuming is an Amish or Mennonite raider up there. We have a super mutant raider. Let's go talk to Meg.
Appalachia belongs to us. And there ain't nobody that can prove me wrong. Look who finally showed up. Where's Aldridge?
The party was wiped out. The Scorched were too strong.
Shit. I knew Aldridge was taking too long.
Without inoculation, the Scorched Plague is inevitable. You have the power to save your people from infection.
Thought for sure Aldridge and his crew would have beaten him. Never would have imagined they'd end up like one of those... things.
The threat is real. You need to get your people inoculated.
As much as I hate to believe it, you're right. And besides, I made a deal. I'll make the announcement. You hold up your end of the bargain. Be seeing you real soon, 7-6.
Alright. So that completes Strange Bedfellows, but we still have one more quest to do in terms of new arrivals, and that's Here to Stay. But before we go do that, why don't we take another look at the outside of this place? Let's take a look around the crater. Alright, so we've effectively finished the quest part of this video. The remainder of it will be talking to the rest of the raiders and just checking out the rest of the crater here. So if you're not interested in that, you can go on to the next video, but I highly recommend it because there are some interesting characters here. Let's get back to it. Alright.
About time to hit up a camp again. No way in hell I'm scavenging out there.
So we have Raph.
You want quality? You get it here. Don't care. Pull it off the next pendejo you dig out. Oh yeah. Tell Ren to make sure people keep a lookout for salvageable supplies on that next raid. That last haul is beyond repair. All merchandise is guaranteed to kill what you want dead.
So it seems like we can really only trade with him. Let's see what he has available. So it looks like no weapons, but he does have a few pieces of armor. Some aid items.
Maybe I can get that
some junk.
Tonight.
A few mods and some ammunition. Who's playing the piano? Looks like it was just a random raider. Alright, we have another raider.
Got any whiskey? Full
and Molly.
bottle, no glass. Don't need it. Ah, you're new. Looking to dispose of some brain cells, or was there something else that brought you to my lovely establishment? You got the caps? I got anything you want. But we both know you're dead broke.
How'd you end up tending bar in Crater?
Process of elimination. There were 3 of us in the inebriation business when we first set up. Me, Pretty Pete, and Lex. Pete poured, Lex slung chems, but Appalachia seems it was too much for them. Lex tragically OD'd on her own stash not long after we arrived. Pete was so distraught, he got wasted and wandered right into one of those big bat fissures. Now I don't touch the stuff. My own little sacrifice. A reminder of the ones it took to get me my monopoly.
Pointing to bandits seems like a fast way to get yourself killed. You want word for your safety?
Worried? Hardly. Sure, I lock my cap stash up at night, but these folks are pussycats compared to the ones I grew up around. South Boston, before the bombs. Real bad. Military blockades, trigger-happy cops, and looming over it all, the monster himself, Eddie Winter. Nah, I'll pour drinks for these troublemakers any day of the week over that life again.
So that's interesting, because that means that we got a link to Fallout 4 here. Eddie Winter is a character you can find in Fallout 4. Heard anything interesting?
Visited Hemlock Holes yet?
Someone was saying they got the best meal of their life up there. I'm pretty sure they weren't talking about cannibalism, but these days you really can't know, can ya?
And I think that's it'll just keep going. I should be going.
Ah, don't have too much fun out there. Sounds like you need to take your promises to someone willing to listen.
taking what ain't
No
mine.
caps, no business, and that's the way it is.
All right.
Meg better hope coming here pays off. She won't last long if it doesn't.
We got a convoy coming by. I'm actually interested to see if the raiders fire on this or not. That is the convoy that carries the nuclear key card for the launches from the automated silos in the region. Well, it doesn't seem that they're going to fire on it. Or maybe it's out of their range. I'm not sure. Oh well. Let's head back down.
My daddy's probably rolling in his grave knowing Meg brought us here. Great. Meg's latest lapdog here to waste my time. What do you want? And make it quick. I got shit to do.
I just wanted to talk. I'll be quick.
You really are a rookie. If you're trying to catch me off guard just because you're new, it ain't gonna work. So just tell me what you want.
Who are you?
Around here, I go by Ren, and I run communications for this dump. You going on a raid, the details go through me. When I relay info, you listen. I didn't get dragged back here to have people die on my watch. You get me?
Dragged back? Were you here before with Meg?
Pretty much born and raised a diehard till we bailed on Margie. A damn good thing we did, too. If them Scorch wiped out the responders in the Brotherhood, you bet your ass they'd be picking us off like flies. Unlike you vault dwellers in the Free States, we didn't have any cozy little bunkers to hole up in. But now that you're out, welcome to the world of survival, Rook.
It's not easy listening to people die.
I just say they've learned the hard way. I may be young, but that don't mean I'm stupid. Now enough with the idle chit-chat. You need something? Because I got work to do.
What's with the attitude?
You seriously taking up my time to ask me about my attitude? Something tells me you best be on your way while I'm still in a good mood.
Look, I can tell this is all front. You can drop the act.
No, you look. You drop your guard around here, show weakness, these people will be all over you. This attitude of mine is what keeps me alive and respected around here. You should learn from that, Rook.
I gotta go.
Really? Could have fooled me.
Alright, so, for those of you who didn't get to come by here before this place turned into the crater, you can still get your spacesuit and spacesuit helmet from this area. Let's see. Yeah, there's a terminal here. Let's take a look at this. Congratulations, it's been 0 days without incident. Okay, prospects. So we got multiple locations they can raid, and potential threats. We're gonna leave that alone. And good lord, those things are loud. I'd forgotten how much they interrupt recording. I just noticed they've got a jet ski here in this little pond, and a boat. And they must have stolen this this little cobra here from the Wavy Willows water park. Okay, let's take a look up in these other two structures. Just looks like a raider sleeping area. Nobody in particular. I think we were just up in here, but I don't know that to be... Yes, we were. Okay. Let's head over to this section. There's a school bus. Kinda wish they'd play a different song on that piano, other than just the same one every single time. Munch. Let's see if we can talk to Munch. Whoa. That was... Whoa.
You told us we had ourselves a vault dweller getting their hands dirty around here. Welcome to Outpost Crater 1, kid.
You sound pretty friendly for a raider.
Oh, we got all types here. You think just because we've got a reputation for killing and stealing, we can't be civilized? That's what I call being narrow-minded, kid.
What is Outpost Crater 1?
Just look around, kid. Good old OC-1 was once a grand space station, sent up on a top-secret mission to monitor alien activity here on Earth. In fact, aliens are what brought her down in the first place. They didn't like us trying to spy on them. And after the Great War, you can bet they'll be working to dominate this planet. Slowly but surely.
Do you believe in aliens?
You don't? Voltec must have given you quite the brainwashing in there. You gotta open your eyes, kid. It may not be today or tomorrow, but give it time. Oh, they're out there.
Who are you?
The name is Munch. Most people would probably say I'm just a crotchety old man with a shotgun. But if you ask me, I'm what you'd call the resident historian, storyteller, guru type around here.
History's important.
Damn right it is. Building blocks of society, I tell you. That's why I intend to give the blocks a little upgrade. These kids could care less about anything that really went down. That's why you gotta polish that shit. Keep their attention.
Rewriting the past sounds good to me.
That's the spirit. Why bore someone to death when you can blow their minds?
I'll talk to you later.
See you around, kid.
Oh man, that is nutty. A whale of a tale. Munch's memoir is a whale of a tale. Most of the kids here don't know the truth about whales. They used to be the largest, most feared land predators in North America. You always knew when they were coming because of the whale quakes. They'd wake from hibernation out of the ground and start burrowing their way to the surface. Once on land, they were a force of pure destruction. A single whale could take down a whole building if it was still in their way. They had razor-sharp fins to select people in half and gruesome baleen for teeth. If they sucked you in, that baleen would slice you up like a loaf of bread. The kids found these old bones while they were digging out the core. I told them they were lucky, not only because it was dead, but because it was just a baby. Good lord. Oh, what else we got here? The Great War. Munch's memoirs, The Great War. People want to blame the Great War on communism, but communism's only fault was covering up the truth. Back in the day, the raiders had the power. We ruled these corporations in every major city. We had the military in our pocket and every corrupt politician in our corner. And I'm not even talking nationwide. I'm talking worldwide. We were unstoppable. So of course someone had to try it, right? These countries didn't nuke each other because of communism. They nuked each other to stop the raiders. But after all is said and done, look who's still standing. Wow. Okay. And the Nova Orbital Station. Munch's memoirs, the Nova Orbital Station 1. Long before we ever landed a man on the moon, the USSA had already launched a top-secret program to create the world's first space station, the Nova Orbital 1. The space station was real, but the true mission was to gather information on the alien spies that infiltrated our planet. The town of Flatwoods had already seen them. They knew they were out there, but we couldn't have a panic on our hands. We didn't know the alien motives, so the public would know nothing. Once the Great War hit, the aliens made their move. They knocked old Nova Orbital right out of the sky, and here she lies. We found her. We rebuilt her, and now she's Outpost Crater 01, the best home in all of Appalachia. Wow. Okay. Now look, we don't actually know the actual nature of the space station, what it was before, but I don't believe that they were here to watch the aliens.
Wake up and find a missing grilled fish first.
Airy?
Got anything cool to sell? Preferably something short and serrated. Seriously? You look like you need an upgrade, and I got mods for all kind of killing.
So it seems like this is the weapons vendor. Okay, so she has a weapon, gunpowder, a plan for the bow, which we already have,
Those blood eagles
a mod,
are crazy.
and some ammo.
People think we're the bad guys.
Well, it's kind of a spectrum. Blood Eagles are definitely at the most evil end of the spectrum, but I mean, you guys are raiders. Okay, let's see. Can we go in here? No, not really. Okay, I think that we've pretty well explored the crater. Let's see if there's anything else before we call it quits for the crater. It looks like they're actually trying to farm here, but not doing a very good job of it, and can't really blame them either because they've got this constant toxic material raining out of the sky from the Grafton Steelworks. Not only that, but I'm fairly certain that there's radioactive liquid still leaking out of the space station. Alright, so that was it. There's nobody else that we can actually talk to and has a dialogue tree or anything. And every time I try to do a conclusion statement here, I got interrupted by raiders constantly. So I'm going to say that this is going to be it for this video, because it's been probably about 40 minutes or so, at least of recording time. It'll probably come down through editing. But at the same time, I want to give this same treatment that we've given to the raiders, to the settlers at Foundation, meaning we'd end up with a very long video by the end of that. So we're going to call it quits here. We're going to next go down to Foundation, and I will see you next time for that video. This has been the Resolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.